Stefano Cossalter, the pudding principal. The pudding principal, Stefano Cossalter.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
Hospitals, where the gowns are breezy, the smell is distinct, and the meals are memorable. After a lifetime of being overworked, overstressed, and overweight, I was thrust into this world of high fashion and low-quality cuisine. And that's where I learned a powerful lesson, all thanks to an unexpected teacher, chocolate pudding. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, I was living the entrepreneur's dream. For me, that was late nights at the office surrounded by coffee cups and empty fast food wrappers, missing out on date nights, my son's baseball games, and my daughter's dance recitals. It was no surprise when this wonderful lifestyle landed me in an overcrowded hospital, doubled over in pain for hours waiting for the doctor to see me. Hello, Mr. Cossalter, I'm Dr. Cannon. Looks like you've got a severe infection. We'll give you some IV antibiotics, give you something for the pain, and you might need surgery, so... And then he gave me the bad news. You can't have anything to eat. Nothing to eat, are you crazy? It had been over 24 hours since I'd eaten. I didn't care how much pain I was in. I'm Italian. In my family, fasting means how fast you can eat your meal. Dr. Cannon, more like Dr. Famine. All right, Mr. Cossalter, we've got a bed for you in the emergency room. I grabbed my IV pole with one hand and my gown with the other. I was so tired, all I wanted to do was sleep. He stops beside this rickety ambulance cot right out in the open in the emergency room. There you are, have a good night. He walked away as if he just handed me the keys to the penthouse suite. There had to be a mistake. They promised me a bed, not this pancake on stilts. Well, at least I can sleep, right? You ever been to the emergency room before? It's bright. The lights went right through my eyelids. It's public. The tiny blanket combined with my hospital gown was like playing a high-stakes game of peekaboo with my dignity. And it's loud. There's screaming, moaning, and groaning, and that's just from the doctors. But there is this part in the middle of the night where they dim the lights and it gets quiet. Finally, time for sleep. Just as I was closing my eyes, they wheeled a new patient in. And it was this old lady, but she had this strange quirk. Every 3 minutes, she would yell out, "Dave!" Every 3 minutes on the dot, "Dave, where are you?" Now I'm a compassionate man. But after hours and hours of "Dave," my compassion was as thin as my gown. It was terrible. I'd tense up every time, but then it finally happened. 3 minutes passed. 4 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. Silence. It was the most incredible thing I'd ever heard in my life. I laid my head down finally and went to, "Dave!" Can you guess the only person who got sleep that night was? Dave! Come morning, I felt like a broken man. I felt like I lost everything. My health, my sleep, my dignity. It was terrible. Then I got the visit from Dr. Cruel and Unusual Punishment. "Well, Mr. Cossalter, good news. You don't need surgery, so we'll give you something substantial to eat tonight." That's what I'm talking about. This was exciting because it was a holiday. And rumor had it they had a special meal for all the patients. And come dinner time, I could smell it. They started rolling the trays in. Patients started lifting the lids off. I could see turkey and gravy, roast beef and vegetables, mashed potatoes. My tray came in. I ripped off the lid. A single cup of chocolate pudding. And I hate chocolate pudding. It was glorious. The rich flavor hit my taste buds. The sugar hit my bloodstream. It was the most amazing thing I ever tasted. Where had it been all my life? But then I had a simple truth hit me. It's always been there. Staring at that cup, I realized it wasn't just about the pudding. It was about everything I'd been taking for granted my entire life. Food was something I devoured, never tasted. Silence was something I avoided, never embraced. My family was something I worked hard for and never spent time with. Then it became clear to me, the pudding principle. How often do we run through our daily lives, forgetting to pause and savor those things that make life so rich? And the pudding principle is, seize the spoon. Those fleeting moments of joy and peace, they're everywhere. Savor that taste of chocolate pudding, whatever that is to you. Embrace those moments of silence when they arise from the chaos. Hold your loved ones just a little bit longer than you usually would. Why? Because it feels really good. I was released from the hospital 2 weeks later. I held my family close, laid down in my comfortable bed, and had a renewed commitment to enjoy every spoonful of experience life had to offer, just like that first taste of chocolate pudding. Contest chair.